Just before 0200, Rusty climbed up with the thermos of coffee. I'd just poured my last cup, so we sat together as the stars reappeared. As we were reminiscing about when we were stationed together in Okinawa, we both heard a splash. I turned in the direction of the sound. Came from over by that trawler. A moment later, we heard the unmistakable noise of a small outboard start up. Rusty looked at me. "What kind of idiot goes out in a dinghy in this mess at 0:30? "It's headed this way," I said as I stood up and pulled a powerful spotlight from under the bench seat. "You armed?" Rusty pulled his cig from under the back of his shirt. "Monkey got a climbing gear? You?" I nodded. "Step over onto Savannah's boat and get prone in the pulpit." He was down the ladder and up to the bow of Savannah's boat much quicker than his size would dictate. I moved to the pulpit of the Revenge and waited. But not for long. About 100 yards out, the outboard quit and was replaced by the sound of oars slapping the water. I let them get to within 50 feet of the bow, then hit them with the powerful spotlight. "That's far enough," I shouted. "What do you want?" Baldy was in the bow of the inflatable dinghy, and Crooked Nose was rowing. Both men froze in the blinding light. "Hey, cut the light, asshole!" "I'm only going to ask once more. What do you want?" I shouted, as Crooked Nose slowly dipped the oars once more, inching another 5 feet closer. "Just wanted to see if y'all wanted to party, mister," Crooked Nose replied, his head tilted down to shield his eyes. He gradually dipped the oars again as Baldy reached slowly into a bag at his feet. They were inside my comfort zone, and I wanted them to know it. As Baldy leaned forward for whatever was in the bag, I fired one shot through their starboard pontoon. Rusty fired a single round through the bottom in front of Baldy's bag, causing him to jump backwards between the small bench seats. "The next one goes between your eyes if you move even a fraction of an inch toward that bag," Rusty shouted. "Your dink's gonna sink in about 2 minutes. I suggest you use that time to get your ugly asses back to that garbage scow and stay there." Crooked Nose yanked on the pull cord, and the little engine sprang to life. He quickly shifted to reverse and gunned it too hard. The transom board twisted upward a little, and as the boat backed away fast, waves crashed over the transom of the small inflatable. He finally managed to get it turned around and raced back the way they'd come as fast as the sinking dinghy would go. Jimmy, Josh, and Savannah had all gathered on the rear decks, asking what had happened as Rusty and I got back to the cockpit of the Revenge. I left Rusty to explain as I entered the salon. When I came back out, I was carrying my fins, mask, snorkel, a small but powerful underwater penlight, and a Draeger LARV rebreather. It was similar to scuba equipment, but without the noisy bubbles. "It's a long swim, Jesse," Rusty commented as he opened the transom door and then helped me strap on the rebreather. "Gotta find out what they're up to," I said. "You got a better idea?" Everyone started talking at once while I leaned against the gunwale by the transom door, putting on my fins. "I'll go on the surface most of the way," I told Rusty. "When I get 100 feet from their boat, I'll drop below the surface. If they're below deck, I should be able to pick up on what they're talking about." "Hang on," Rusty said, and disappeared into the salon. I did positive and negative pressure tests on the system and began the process of pre-breathing the unit to warm up the scrubber. A moment later, Rusty returned with a 20-foot coil of heavy dock line. "This'll slow 'em down if we decide to move and they want to follow." I grinned at his ingenuity. Most trawlers are single-engine, and a length of rope can foul a prop really quick, making them nearly dead in the water. "Are you insane?" Savannah asked. "You can't see the end of your arm, and the wind is kicking up whitecaps out there." I looked over at her. The concern in her eyes was evident.